And 5 deaths. It's Rain 0 and 4. We EDC show up. Same story for Adren, really. They have 1 kit. They have the utility they need up against Simple, who's just been naded down to 55. That's towards the B side of the map, and they'll go back into their depot here. And Flamey may be feeling a little bit too relaxed as he challenges Dry towards the jungle position from Palace, and Guardian's waiting for him. Gets the opening kill.
Zeus waits again underneath of the window. Knowing to boost him at that position, he's alone. Not entirely inside of middle, that is, but certainly down below. The other 2 up by the boxes. Rain on top of the balcony. He's gone back down underneath, so Electronic won't have to worry so much about a quick peek from his position. Simple, that was fast. Nico is barely around the corner. Spots out Rain. Tries to spray it through, but it actually goes against him. So the M4 winning, and that clears up the front of the site. Everyone else wants to work in from connector Rain. He's got to play backside triple like Guardian. Sets a crossfire with him on the AWP. Reverse firebox, flash mistimed. And Rain might get caught by Zeus jumping. Knows he's low. Got the call from Electronic that he'd already tagged him on top of the ladder. So it's all on Guardian yet again.
First advantage FaZe have had in some time here. Guardian does hit the shot, but doesn't quite get the frag, but he denies the plan. That's what they needed. FaZe with a clean round there, courtesy of Guardian. He managed to get the opening kill towards Palace. As I mentioned, maybe Navi way too relaxed at this stage. The fact they're challenging those sort of choke points is a little bit questionable, but still they're feeling it right now. They feel they've got a massive upper hand. You can't really criticize it too much, but now they'll probably slow it right down and be a little bit more methodical. This kill really did set the tone of the round. The fact that Rain goes down to like 5 HP, manages to get the frag, Guardian denies the bomb. They're going to be feeling more themselves now, which goes 4-3, still in favor of Navi, but a double AWP setup for FaZe, featuring Guardian and Olofmeister.
Guardian again, quick to the window, didn't win this pick last time. Remember, it was Flamey that had the AWP. Simple this time. Simple goes to Palace with it as well. It's very situational. Palace is really one angle that opens things up. That's toward the top of the stairs. Incredibly potent in holding it, but it does rely on someone being there. Once that's covered off, you can swing it towards CT as well. So, usually a rifle that they put in this position for the same effect. Simple wants to fortify and strengthen that cause. Watch out, though, because Rain has pushed up yet again, and if he suspects an AWP, Simple might have problems. Simple will have problems. Rain spots him perfectly.
Slow default once again, shut down by Rain to kick things off. Simple looking to challenge Guardian this time. Remember, he got the kill on Flamey at the rifle before, so he was hoping he'd be tempted to face that position once again, but doesn't even get the chance to show us how smart that play was. 5 on 4, FaZe. Still a lot of work to do here, but for now have the advantage. Adren holding towards B. He'll be joined by Olofmeister. Remember, he's got that secondary AWP posted up like a turret. Not challenging the more direct angle, but he's got a nice opportunity to get a kill, drop off safely. He's not fully committed to the position.
Press upon the A site still. Nico waits, covers it off. Don't forget that Rain wants to slide back out. He's got Guardian to support him. Easy collection. Smoke down. They were standing in it. Fantastic shot, though, from Electronic. At least to get back in. Flamey. He overlooked it. He looked under the shadow. He knew that Rain was somewhere nearby, but didn't guess correctly. And it is FaZe to pull back 2 in a row. 4-4. And Guns starting to whittle away. Oh, I'd take that back.
They got plenty.
Yeah, I was going to say, Navi's got way more money than I thought at this point because so effective in the previous rounds.
It stemmed off their victory in the eco round where they didn't fully invest. They won that round with like 3 players surviving, and their money is just swelled from there. Great stuff from Guardian, though. He is such a fantastic Mirage player. Electronic is too, but Guardian had already done the damage at that stage. As the double setup still rings true, we're going to round number 9 here. Still anyone's map, absolutely. It's not necessarily a biased map for any half, but it is more preferred to be on the CT side and post more rounds there. And Simple this time, not challenging towards Palace, just waiting to see if anyone wants to use the one-way towards that connector. Bit of aggression here from Nico, but he is alone. Take down one before, and he's done it again. That's going to be Simple. Will there be a trade? There absolutely will be. Nice shot comes in from Edward.
Simple's going to be really wanting to be babysat soon if he keeps holding these angles. That's twice that he's been pre-scoped and someone snuck in beside him and just kind of clean and easy shot.
That doesn't actually help out FaZe too much, so yes, they get the opening kill. If it goes down to a 4-on-4, no exit strategy, you've got to question what the get out of jail card is there. It's Electronic, lovely movement, but it's Rain that still lands the headshot.
Zeus waits inside a connector again. Rain watches off. Same position Nico was in last time. Remember, Guardian complemented it. He is in a similar position, but the problem is they've got a smoke pack triple. So he's really got to get up on top of the ticket if he wants any chance. And not only that, they'll isolate Rain. So that there would be a gap on the far side of it, but it blooms perfectly. And Zeus is holding. Rain does the smart thing and backs away from it. Radar to give away potentially that someone's on the other side.
True, good point. 30 seconds though. Guardian doesn't need anything like a radar. He's got that scope and it seems to be hitting absolutely everything right now. Speaking of which, NAVI doing a great job here. Olaf Meister looking to the NAVI, can't do it, but gets the frag. It's a 2 versus 2. Zeus and Flamey defend off Guardian and Olaf Meister. They have a kit and smoke.
Still trying to find a shot on aim. They've overlooked the fact that Zeus came back out again on the op. He's got the op rolling in his hands. Maybe that's the call. Guardian can't hit the headshot. Does spot Flamey though, working more Tetris, but a quick switch catches it out and NAVI pull it back.
Zeus stepping up when they need him, absolutely. Wins a great shot to open things up with the AK, picks up the AWP, takes down that connector player, and all of a sudden it's looking very good. He dropped the incendiary on top of the bomb as well. He guaranteed that round victory there.
This is a team game from NAVI.
Yep.
6 kills for Edward, 5 for Simple, 6 Electronic, 5 for Flamey, 5 for Zeus, all of them together.
Well, Simple said coming into this one, he feels like if he dies early in the round, his teammates will not necessarily convert the round to a victory, but so far he's gone down and they're actually managing to pick up the pieces and they're pretty formidable. It's 5-4 on the T side in favor of NAVI now, and they've broken FAZE to another eco. They're going Deagles and P250s. This is the map pick of NAVI. If you are just joining us, you've missed one hell of a series so far. Inferno went the distance. That was the pick of FaZe Clan, and NAVI narrowly picked it up towards the end. They're 1-0 up here, and they can close out the series' first quarterfinal of the day and this second map and send FaZe packing. So 3 Deagles. Rain gets some Kevlar. He had a bit more money than his teammates. Still with 4,100 though, so plenty of cash. It's a double orb setup. The lack of orgs has been a massive talking point for FaZe so far. Dren barely made a scratch on the first half here. He's at 1 on 5. Still plenty of rounds to play.
Flash inside of the site as well. There's Deagle to hold it off. Double push toward Cat. Rain and Olaf. And Dren hasn't had much action. His score is 1, 3, and 5. It's not really representative of his game because he hasn't been able to do much at B, and he's been rotating into lost causes far too many times. So we'll see if he can get rolling if they do finally head that way. Back toward mid, stack out. No one to, so far, at least evaluate the A site. Push through and get the information. And don't be surprised that if Olaf gets 1 or 2 kills, if he can drop that bomb at Catwalk, that they'll swarm. And clear it all the way, but spots him up. Deagle, not going to have this surprise, but it might get the headshot angle. Edward has better ideas and better intentions. And now we're seeing Flamey as well head back over toward A. No further action inside mid. They're going to take their time, 36 seconds. And over toward A, indeed, it will go.
Well, the A site completely open, no problem there. It's going to be NAVI picking this round up, and it doesn't look like we'll get any kills going at all for FaZe. Rain might be better off to saving the Deagle armor at this point. They can kind of feel this round slipped apart now as they've got 15 seconds remaining. No one's there. Seems like they're going to lower them down. Not as fast as you'd like to see, but he still gets the first. Edward will get the second, and it's Rain and the Dread now just holding on to Deagles.
Edward's still just waiting it out. Make sure no one's going to sneak through behind. Guns all up at this point in time. Zeus gets Rain, so more kills for him. Should be able to close it as well. Adren's going to make that a little more difficult. Gets behind the pillar, peeks back out. There's one of the Deagle. There's some skill form spots as well through the window, but he's just looking for any kill he can find at this point. Edward low enough.
Good
He
shots.
finds Simple. This will get him going. Again, he hasn't had much action on B. Now Adren will. The dance reveals the cost, because he'll get a gun. No, he won't. Flamey's got him instead. I thought it would certainly make matters worse on the NAVI exit economy, which is, again, still swelling. and help FAZE, but he's guys caught off in the end.
Yeah, he managed to get himself $900 return on that one, but he spent $700 on the Deagle. So yes, it'll get him going individually for like, okay, I've still got it, I'm still feeling it, but doesn't make a massive impact on the game. It's getting to the latter stages now, but still, you've managed to get a couple of players under 3K. It is Flamey with $9,000. It's a problem, but we'll see if they can convert this now. A double AWP setup again. It's really where NAVI wants to position themselves. Dren pulls out the AWP as Olofmeister will actually be towards short this time, not turreting up and towards that B common position. Guardian taken down to 40 HP at the start of the round, not the start they were looking for.
Edward what he can to control mid. And this is the difference. We talked about it. Simple's going to want a babysitter on the rifle if he's pre-scoping these angles. Last time they didn't put anyone in boxes. They left the second rifle behind Simple to watch the angle. Unfortunately, it was Nico that got up in front of them, caught the bomb, the rifle couldn't do anything to trade it. By putting Edward further out of the boxes, no one's getting up mid.
CTs have one smoke remaining. We haven't got to the 1 minute mark here. A couple of flashbangs, one incendiary, but it's all on the utility belt of Olofmeister.
And this is actually a talking point as well, because if they're not going to play the arms, utility's still required. You can't hold the angles in the same way. That was something Liquid said in an interview I did with them earlier at the start of the last week. Basically said it's allowing CTs to take duels to hold angles that you formerly couldn't. Well, if you're not going to have utility and you don't have that gun, you're back to square one.
Well, it's a 4-on-4 for now. 40 seconds remain. There's almost nothing to defend here, and Olofmeister misses a key shot that gives up his position, but it might funnel them towards A. Nico does step in, Simple down, at least keeping him on a leash, but now this is where it becomes really testing for them. He gets the shot, but it's not going to be enough.
He'll still try for more. Bomb down, he might have to consider giving it up on the AWP. He still couldn't collect Flamey as he jumped back across. Third time a charm?
Not quite.
He wants to clip his wings, but he can't quite get there. It's 23, just waiting to hold it. Molotov down, flanks on. This is still a possibility for FAZE. Swarming on the side. HP's leveled out. Rain gets one, trade it off. Edward inside. Rain's gonna swing it back. He finds all three. And is there time? There certainly is. He'll find the defuse as well.
Good stuff there by FAZE. It was such a touch and go round. They needed one of those to go in their favor, though. It's Rain that delivers the goods, though. 3 kills in the retake. Very calm, pushing through the smoke. Once the Molotov was placed behind him as well, he didn't anticipate that sort of maneuver. He wins the round, and a couple of them survive as well. So it's 6-5. This is the play from Rain. Just fantastic position. That was a low HP electronic there, converted to a third. He's the only player with kit as well, so it actually worked out perfectly for Rain towards the end of that one. They still need to find one more round to break the economy and tie things up. This is where they can do it, though. Round 12. Guardian looks towards middle once again. As it's another B-focused attack from NAVI. You can see 3 players in towards the apartments right now. Edward just deployed the Molotov towards the back. So Olofmeister still the AWP. Same position as last round, but will he actually detect the player in the smoke? He could sneak through.
Poison within and everything still. Olaf that gets away. I think he might have gone down if he stayed even a second longer, because smoke that was slowly dissolving as Electronic at least gets range, starts things off again for NAVI. Got broken down in the economic situation. This round would be the first in which they would have to go back to a save. Edward works mid. He's got some help. He's got Flamey down below, and Guardian's rotating all the way back around towards CT. Rightfully so. He's just got a main covered off. Guardian at this point knows there's been some activity inside of middle, but needs to also be aware of Palace eventually. And Zeus goes that way. He's actually past Nico, but Nico could catch off quite a few.
He really could. There's a low HP player coming first. He's definitely got that frag, but can he get more than one? As soon as he gets Electronic, there's enough space for them to trade here, but they're going to face together. They're actually giving the low HP player to go in last. That's so smart. So that actually works out really well for them.
It did, except that I thought it was because they were going to check it. It's because they were trying to slow down and not make noise to main. They go with their back turn. Edward gave himself up. Guardians taking it into his own hands. Electronic again, the one to put him back down. Secondary Opera winning out, but this time 2 for Guardian. And Bomb still gets planted. 18 HP, the AWP will hold Adren. Flamey was going to push through. He could have easily been inside the window room already.
They've got no idea. Olaf, does he check it? It's about this time he started having doubts. but Flamey's got the kill. And it's going to be a Dren in a 2 versus 1. He's got 4 kills to his name so far, can't get any more. And NAVI have reset FAZE once again. This is significant, a massive round for them to pick up. As soon as FAZE get back on their feet after losing a few in a row, they win a single round and then lose all 5 players in the subsequent. They now have to take an eco here or force buy in with PT50 CZ. They're actually going for it. They are going to force buy here. And Guardian keeps having these great moments, but it's not enough to win rounds. Frustration starting to set in as they do go for the full investment here. All 5 players, well-graded pistols, all the utility they need, and indeed armor. Olofmeister opting for the kits. They don't win this round. It's going to be a landslide scoreline for NAVI on the T side once again.
He's going to push it out. Pistol in hands. Single play. Well, they have to. And Flamey at this point. He's inside a Palace. Bombs at top mid. He could try and just connect. Goes down immediately. Okay, fair enough. They get a gun. It's a bit of a problem for them. But if he even gets a single kill, he starts to reveal the fact that there's 3 over there. It's almost a bit tense in these situations when you have the guns and you've gone this far into the round. You've also got the obvious position in middle that you want to ascertain, and then you still haven't got any information from it. What really waits on the other side? So this will go slow enough. It is going to go back over. It's not a full stack, but back over toward A. It's an aggressive position. It's a forward position with the pistols. Was his shin bone spotted? Doesn't matter. Smoke down, that confirms he's there. They'll back off of this. Zeus slides in. And with the smoke soon to fade, everything is suddenly revealed. They go through, Electronic finding 1, and plus the assist. Nico still holding inside of the site, though. He's the one that's not spotted. Oh, Simple gets him dinked up. Even still, he found the quick scope.
Yeah, fantastic work by him. This was against Pistols, but still a massive moment in the game. Remember, FAZE are fully invested to this, with second stage loss bonus coming up. They've just lost the half of another full eco on the agenda. And it's Olofmeister and a Dren with Deagles and CZs. At this point, Matt just trying to steal away an AK. That's as good as it can possibly get at this point in time. And Flamey doesn't have to go hunting for these kills. Not really worth that much to him, but still finding absolutely everything. Damage done towards Olof. He won't be surviving this one as they encroach on his position now. He is just waiting to go down. Gets a nice headshot. That's towards Zeus. He won't be able to recover the rifle, however, as he holds on. Can he have another impressive state of affairs like a Dren did? In a similar situation, just the one. And it will be 8-5 with pretty much a full eco for FAZE up next. This is the NAVI map pick. You can see after losing the pistol as well, they're looking very comfortable.
Absolutely. We said the same, though, about FAZE in the first map when they were also on the T side, so I'm not going to get too far ahead of it. We know anything is possible. But yeah, this could be FAZE bowing out in a quarterfinal. A top 4 for NAVI. Zeus said Majors, just another event. Well, they're proving otherwise so far. We also saw them play rather poorly just 2 weeks ago at the shape-up event we talked about in London, and there was some high-flying emotions between the team that made me concerned. Every time out, Electronic was almost yelling over Zeus, and I thought this is a downward spiral.
Yeah, even when they were winning games, there was arguments taking place after the match. It was very odd to watch, but this is a different team now. They're always going to be deadly in Majors. They can have some horrible run of form months before the event, but always seem to make it to the playoffs, always look dangerous, and this is no different. They're currently a map up against FaZe Clan, who are on full eco and just desperately stacking the A bomb site. B is open, and NAVI, guess where they're heading? Straight into that B bomb site. Round guaranteed. It's going to be 9-5.
1 round to go to get a 6th for FaZe. That's all they're going to have to work with. Zeus just going back over. Snack has not worked out once, and you know what? That's perfect. That means NAVI is doing exactly what they should. That they've been able to dissect them. They've been able to figure out exactly how they're playing them. So far, we haven't had Henry G tilt off the face of the earth, essentially.
We haven't. It's all been quite slow and pretty impressive for NAVI. Like the rounds they've lost just because FaZe have been very, very good. I have to say, NAVI have kind of tightened everything up. They're looking like a solid team that aren't making many mistakes, and usually that is the exact opposite of NAVI games when we're in this stage of the tournament. Absolutely disastrous things occur, and fair play to them. This is looking clean, and all the players are turning up. And we get into the round number 15 here. What a massive advantage they have. I think they're going to buy double AWP just for the opening picks here and fall back and have AKs and spawn. But FaZe, they don't have the comfort of a Guardian AWP, and he's got so many kills where they haven't converted the round. He's got picked up 2 or 3, and it still slips away. We'll get into it. Final round of the first half. FaZe need this. They cannot allow double digits to go against them on their CT half as the fast mid control comes in. And FaZe, they can't really do anything about that. They don't have the firepower or the utility to really challenge that with significant numbers. One kit's available. Voloff goes down and the bomb's on the other side of the map. That could be problematic.
Set mid, again, just trying to figure out exactly where they are on the other side. No smoke down, and Guardian crosses over connector. Fortunate not to have been spotted. Log for Olaf. Trying to make a mess. Lost ways. Trying to bring it out now in desperation. Nico, again, is pushed all the way through. This time by going Palace, he'll be quite certain no one's going to slip in behind him. Op down and spawn. So he'll spot that and realize that they've elected not to go with the double all the way through the rounds. Which is pretty standard on the T side. Interestingly, he could have picked that up and brought it over to the CTs, who needed it desperately, but not really when he's in that position. He's gone all the way to the top horseshoe. They're going to get around him on catwalk. But if Olaf even slows them down slightly, he'll be all over them. That's not going to happen. Boost for Electronic. They're still waiting for the peak. Nico can still arrive. Guardian and Adrenaline slow them down. He's in position, but he had his knife out.
No.
He had his knife out. He just barely got there in time. Edwards dropped, but Electronic catches Nico falling off the angle. He'd revealed too much. We're back into a 2-on-2. Adren, finally they go to B, and we get into his victimhood because he's been picked on enough. He's had enough. And Simple finally puts him down. It's he versus Guardian, rivals and foes, and who can mark the hour? This soul-sick friendship died because they go one-on-one to try and close out the half. Simple's tagged on his 6 HP, and Guardian, he's got the ult. He's just barely got it in time. It had to be a kill. It is for Guardian.
It comes right down to the 1 versus 1. Simple, not playing for plants there. He wanted blood. It goes 9-6 a half, but FaZe steal away the very final round there. It certainly set the scene for the second, but you're going to have to wait for this quick break. Do not go anywhere.